Grandma sits by the window light, patching pieces with colors bright. Her hands are slow, but her stories fly, while I stare up at a satellite sky. She hums a hymn from 42, while I draw rockets in red and blue. Two worlds apart, but we share this room, threading stars and a common tune. Quilts and satellites, stitching dreams, one bound by seams, the other by beams. She wraps me warm in her earthly care, while my heart floats out somewhere. Old meets new in a quiet night, under quilts and satellites. She says, child, don't forget your roots, while tying off threads and patched up loops. I say, Nana, I'll go far and wide. She smiles and says, I'll be your guide. She sees the stars as God's own lace, while I see data in outer space. But both of us believe in light, whether from a stitch or a satellite. Quilts and satellites, side by side, her with needles, me with sky-wide pride. She dreams in fabric, I dream in flight, yet both are woven from love so right. Two hearts beat in different heights, one on earth, one chasing lights. So when I launch into the great unknown, I'll carry her quilt like a piece of home, wrapped in threads and guided by lights. My world of quilts and satellites. Quilts and satellites. I was born behind the feed store wall, runt of the litter, kinda small. No pedigree, no paper sign, just a wagging tail and a curious mind. They said that mud ain't got no skill. Chased my tail and sat real still. But one bright morn on an open hill, I saw them sheep and I felt the thrill. Now I'm the dog who learned to herd, with a bark that moves and a look that's hurt. No fancy name or silver chain, but I know the land and I love the rain. From sun up past the supper bell, I lead the flock and I lead them well. Farmer Joe just laughed at first, thought I'd spook him or do my worst. but I read that field like a bedtime book. Made one wide arc and gave a look. It ain't about greed, it's about heart and trying. You learn real quick when the lambs start crying. Now I nap on the porch with a cowboy hat. Earned it fair, and that's a fact. Yeah, I'm the dog who learned to herd. No fancy tricks, just heart and word. They whistled once, I knew the call. Now I run like I was born to haul. Don't need no gold, just dirt and pride. I'm the dog running countryside. So if you're ever feeling tossed or blurred, just remember the dog who learned to herd. Well, the rain's pouring down and the sun's gone low. The rooster's crowing, but the chickens don't know. I'm worried about bills, I'm worried about pain, but them chickens are just out there playing. The world's on fire, the town's in a fight, but them hens are laying eggs in the quiet of night. I'm stressing and stressing, but they just don't care. They'll be pecking round all day without a single prayer. Chickens don't care about the price of gas. They ain't worried about the future, just eating some grass. They ain't gotta care about the mess we make. They're just walking round all day without a drink or pray. Chickens don't care, they just don't mind. While I'm losing my head, they're taking their time. I'm out here working, but they're taking a break, sitting in the shade by the old barn gate. I'm chasing my tail, I can't find my peace, but those chickens, they got all the release. Maybe there's something in the way they live. They don't worry about what they got to give. Maybe we could all learn to be free and live like chickens without a plea. Chickens don't care about the world's noise. They're just doing their thing and making some noise. No worries, no stress, just the sun in the air. I think I'll follow them and stop being scared, 'cause chickens don't care, and no, they don't mind. Maybe it's time I slow down and unwind. Yeah, chickens don't care, and maybe I won't. I'll take a break and let my heart flow. Hung a white sheet on the old clothesline, Borrowed Daddy's truck for some power and shine. Fireflies dancing in the July heat. You pulled up a blanket, kicked off your feet. Had a popcorn bowl and a beat-up screen, projecting old films like a silver dream. You leaned in close, whispered my name, and the stars lit up like a picture frame. Cornfield Cinema, hearts on fire. Old movie reels and a teenage choir. No ticket needed, just you and me, underneath the stars and a cottonwood tree. A kiss in the glow of the tractor beam. In that cornfield cinema, we lived a dream. The sound was fuzzy, the picture was slow, but we didn't care, we were running the show. Just two kids in the middle of a rose, finding forever where the corn still grows. The reels are gone and the truck broke down, but I still hear your laugh when I pass that ground. Sometimes the simplest nights in life outshine the bright marquee lights. Cornfield Cinema, summer gold, young love burning like stories told. No fancy screen or velvet seat, just your hand in mine, bare feet. We wrote our tale on that makeshift screen. In that cornfield cinema, like a sweet dead dream. Still see the flicker on the back of my eyes. You and me under Indiana skies. I've been living out in motels and worn out shoes, playing small town bars and paying my dues. But every week I find the time to sit down slow and write a rhyme. You said, don't forget me while you chase your sound. So I send my heart back to our little town, with chords on paper and my soul in ink, hoping my words say more than you think. There's a mailbox full of songs with your name on the page, melodies carried from stage to stage. I may be gone, but I ain't far gone. Every letter's got a line to help you hold on. I can't be home, but I still belong in that mailbox full of songs. One's about the porch where we first danced slow, another's about the field where the wildflowers grow. Some are rough, some are sweet and low, but everyone says I miss you so. And when I'm tired and the road feels long, that mailbox full of songs. So go on, open one when the day feels wrong. You'll find me there, strumming all along. I've ridden with storms and followed the breeze, down canyons deep and whispering trees. Never stayed long, always moving through, like the wind that never knew what to do. I've seen high plains and desert skies, felt the thunder roll and the eagle rise. But somewhere out there beyond the dust, I know there's a place I can finally trust, where the wind parks its boots and hangs up its hat, where the trail ends and it's all quiet at last, where the fences don't bind and the stars still speak, and the porch light burns 7 nights a week. Yeah, I'll know I'm home when the silence soothes. That's where the wind parks its boots. I ain't made for walls or a narrow road, but I carry the weight of songs I've owed. And if I ever find that sacred ground, I'll drop my pack and settle down. Maybe it's not a town or a name, just a feeling when the wild gets tame. A hand to hold, a voice so true that says the wind's done wandering, welcome you. Where the wind parks its boots and leans on the rail, watching the moon rise slow and pale, where the earth don't judge and the night is kind, the past don't chase what you leave behind. Yeah, I'll rest my soul and lose these roots, where the wind parks its boots. Someday I'll stop, and when I do, that wind will settle, and I will too. Someday I'll stop, and when I do, that wind will settle, and I will too. Out on the porch, 'neath a cottonwood sky, Daddy points up with a glimmer in his eye, says that when there's Orion, he's holding his ground, while I sip cocoa staring spellbound. He tells me the stories from ages ago, of cowboys and comets and long ago glow. No fancy school, no telescope lens, just a heart full of wonder he loves to lend. We're doing front porch astronomy, charting dreams in the galaxy, talking about life like it's light years wide, from a swinging bench where the dark meets pride. Every star's a lesson, every night's a song. In that sky we both belong. He says, son, the stars don't rush or race. They find their spot and hold their place. But sometimes the best ones fall real bright. Don't be afraid to chase your light. The world feels big when you're feeling small, but them stars remind you you're part of it all. And even when he's gone, I'll still look above, 'cause them nights were made of patience and love. Yeah, front porch astronomy, where he gave the universe to me, talking about dreams and the man I'll be, under heaven's wild and free. With every star I've ever seen, I hold tight to what he means. So when I sit with my own someday, son, we'll count the stars just like we done, and pass along that gentle creed to always look up when you're in need. Astronomy, charting dreams in the galaxy, talking about dreams and the man I'll be, under heaven's wild and free. With every star I've ever seen, I hold tight to what he means. So when I sit with my own someday, son, we'll count the stars just like we done, and pass along that gentle creed to always look up when you're in need.
A.m., the world's still sleeping. Handlebars, wobbly tires squeaking. Stack of papers in my busted crate, erasing that sun, never showing up late. Dodging dogs and slinging news, like I'm chasing calves in dusty shoes. Every porch is a hitching post. I'm a one-kid rodeo coast to coast. This here's my paper round rodeo. No saddle, no spurs, but I steal the show. Weaving through mailboxes, taking mine. Each toss a lasso, each ride a game. Ain't no crowd, but I still go. Star of the paper route rodeo. Got my hat turned back like a wrangler bow, dreaming big on the morning cold. Mama says, boy, take it slow, but I was born for this paper show. Down the cul-de-sac I make my run, tossing truth with the rising sun. In my head a crowd cheers loud, even if it's just the robins proud. Yeah, it's my paper This is my paper route rodeo. One day I'll trade these tires for boots, but I'll always chase the morning roots. 'Cause a cowboy starts where few folks know, like me on my paper route road. Used to be just hay and moose. Now there's TikTok cows and online news. Grandpa said, what in tarnation's this? Now he's Googling how to raise catfish. Goats watch videos, chickens hum tunes. We got Spotify blasting in the milking room. The old John Deere's still running just fine, but now she's got a playlist while she climbs. Yeah, the barn got Wi-Fi and the world got strange. From dusty stalls to the data range, ain't no silence in the straw no more. It's memes and streams through the sliding door, but somehow it still feels like home, with the router sitting on a bell alone. Sis doing Zoom from the saddle barn. Teacher asked why there's a rooster's alarm. Pause on YouTube watching Fix Your Roof, while the dog's learning tricks under video proof. It's a high-speed world on a gravel road, uploading dreams with a tractor load. Might be new, but it's still our land, just with cows posting selfies on Instagram. Now the barn's got Wi-Fi and it's kinda sweet. Got the world at our boots and hay at our feet. Still smell the same, still feed at dawn. Just a little more tech turned on. We still pray for supper each night, even if the prayers come with satellite. Yeah, life's changed out here, that's no lie, since the day the barn got Wi-Fi.